Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at crackthefemalecode.com. Okay, we are going to break a myth. I've made a long video about this, but this is going to be the shortened version of it. There is a load of bullshit going on out there in the dating world, the pickup artist community, and there's this doctor guy, and I forget what he called it, like pre-selection or some bullshit. Now, I'm actually cutting right to it. I'm just like, we've already started. So, what the former belief... Now, you gotta understand, you're listening to a bunch of logical left brain dudes. You cannot understand a woman from the left brain. You have to open up to your right brain, and then pop. All of a sudden, all of this stuff makes sense. All of a sudden, I know it's going to shock you, but women make sense if you're in your right brain. And that is the secret. There is literally a code to romancing, loving, and turning a woman on. It is a series of language patterns, and ways of being that literally trigger her mating system. Come on, be the champion. Get all the girls. Here's the deal. You ever heard of Beauty and the Beast? If you think it's about being a pretty boy, you are wrong. You want to be a beast. You don't want to be perfect. You don't want to be beautiful. You're not a freaking girl, and you're not trying to pick up on a guy, unless you are. And this is our mascot, the caveman. Alright, so you know how mystery and all this pickup artist guys, and even this new guy I found online, he's talking about something like when, okay, I forget the word, but I had a video before. It was something like mate, match, copying, or some freaking, it was 3 words like that. And so a lot of guys are like, well, why is it that whenever I get a girlfriend, all of a sudden all these girls want to talk to me, they want to have sex with me, they want me to date them, etc., etc. So here's the deal. You get these left brain guys scientifically saying this left brain shit, and it's absolutely not true. And not only that, but if you believe them, you just screwed yourself, and I'm going to prove it right now. Alright, so here's the myth. The myth is this. If you have a girlfriend, you've been pre-selected, and that will cause other women to be attracted to you. False. Not true at all. But it seems like that, and I do understand why they think that. But the problem is, they're not open to the right brain, so they're not really seeing what's going on. So the female mating system is looking for something very, very specific. There's a series of signs that tells her this is a quality mate. So let me tell you what is not a quality mate. A man that is left brain, a man that's linear, his pupils are small, and he's laser beaming her in the eyeball. No, she doesn't want you to look into her eyes. She wants you to gaze, which is a broad, wide, left to right, open view. If you don't know what that is and how to do it, you have to take my course. I will teach all of this stuff to you in the course. So here's what happens. You're a single guy. You don't have a girlfriend. Can't get a girl. You don't know why. Here's what happens. When you get a girlfriend, all of a sudden you're like, I don't understand. Just like my friend Kenny in high school. He never had a girlfriend. I think we're in 10th grade. He shows up and he's just walking casual, and he's got this big smile, and he's just And I remember a friend Todd goes, Kenny got a girlfriend, and Kenny's just smiling from ear to ear. So we all did the pal around thing, patted them on the back, kind of the guy hug, like right on, like welcome to the group, so because Kenny would just drive us fucking nuts. Like, dude, how do you get a girl? Like, what do I say to her? What do I do? And we're like, I don't know, dude, just talk to her. And But so after a couple years of this, we're all burned out. He finally gets a girlfriend, and now he's just laid back. Here's what happens when you get laid, guys. There's a chemical called oxytocin. It's released into your bloodstream. It acts as a relaxant. It relaxes your nerves. It relaxes your muscles. It relaxes everything. So here's what happens physiologically to your body. There's an artery in the lower reptilian brain. When the oxytocin hits that artery, boom, it relaxes it and opens it wide open. Now blood can flow up into the larger human brain, and thus it opens up to your right brain. Well, what does this do? It puts you in the peripheral system. Now your pupils dilate open. Blood flows into your lips. Blood flows into your skin because now the blood vessels are relaxed because the muscles aren't constricting them. Now blood can flow into your skin and it softens the look in your face. You begin to walk in a more relaxed way. Your voice drops down. It's more resonant and on and on. And on an unconscious level, you'll start using the right brain language without even realizing what the hell it is. So number one, physically your body shifts and changes from the dilation of the pupils to the filling up of your lips to your skin to softer, rounder look on your face. It also does another thing. It slows you down. You begin to talk slower. You're more relaxed. You're more comfortable. Okay? And that makes women feel more comfortable around you. Now, no, not every girl on campus knew Kenny was dating. In fact, none of them did. And that was what he said. Because I don't understand. I just met this girl a couple days ago, and all of a sudden, all these girls want to talk to me, and none of them know who this girl is because she didn't go to school with us. What it is they can see it in the way he moves and the way he walks. They can see it in his face, in his relaxed smile, his relaxed demeanor. So if I were to give you a tip right now, slow down. Stop being so serious. The left brain is the serious business science brain. It's about math and business and science. The right brain is the enjoyment of life brain. It's the fun brain. It's literally seeing the colors. It's like tasting the flavors, smelling the food, enjoying the joys and pleasures of life, including sex. Number one, all of this physiological stuff triggers her mating system and makes her horny towards you and wants to have sex with you. Number two, if you listen to the mystery and the pickup artists and those guys that all that pre-selection bullshit, you're not going to get laid unless you already have a girlfriend. What I do in my course is I teach you how to dilate your eyes, how to open up to the right brain, how to drop down inside everything that triggers a female's mating system so you never have to have a girlfriend in order to attract women powerfully. Let me tell you one thing right now. I used to go to the club, the Matrix in San Francisco, and the Bubble Lounge. Those are my two main clubs. I didn't bring a buddy. I didn't bring a girl. I always went by my own, by myself. And even the bouncer was like, dude, like, what is your deal? It's because I already know how to do this stuff to put me in that space that triggers her mating system. And this is where the power comes from. Otherwise, whenever you go out, let's say you're a businessman, you have to travel out. Well, you're alone. You don't have to have a girl. What are you going to do? Pay a girl to be with you? Give me a break. So in other words, if you don't have a girlfriend, well, you're never going to get one if you do it their way. So number one, her mating system is what's identifying this. I'm not saying that logically she's going to go, oh, I see your eyes, your pupils are dilated. Oh, I see your skin is softened up and your face is a little bit more rounder and softer versus like you're angry, you're going to rip someone's head off. No, she doesn't logically know this. All she knows is her body physically feels good when she's around you and she wants to touch you. She wants to hug you. She wants to have sex with you. All right, so lastly, number two. What it does is it allows you to slow down. Now here's the deal. Most guys, the left brain is designed to get from point A to point B. The right brain is not designed that way. It's designed to go in a circle in a fulfilling and expansive way, just like you're filling her up inside her vagina. Haven't you ever noticed that romantic music is slower? It's got a deeper resonant voice, it's rhythmic, it's melodic, etc., etc. Do you know why I talk fast on these videos? For you! Because the male brain wants to go faster, wants to go faster and faster and faster. Here's a thing that started about 10 or 15 years ago, which blew my fucking mind. All of a sudden, they were making alcoholic drinks with Red Bull and Monster, the Monster energy drink, and on and on. I'm like, what are you doing? And these guys are going to the clubs all jacked up on Monster drinks and Red Bull. I'm like, you're never going to meet a chick like that. What are you doing? If a woman feels uptight, her vagina and her body gets tight. And thus, you literally turned off any possibility of having sex with her. So here's what I noticed. When I was in high school, and it used to piss me off because I was bench pressing the most in high school. I was the toughest guy in school, deadlifted the most, squatted the most, and on and on. I was the toughest guy. Football, wrestling, boxing, kickboxing, I did it all. But here's what would happen. I'd walk into the high school dance, and some I'm not trying to be mean, but if this is you, this is a good thing. You would see these fat guys that never lifted a weight, that never did a push-up, that didn't play any sports, and they're leaning up against their wall, and all of a sudden they have the cutest little girls talking to them. And I'm in high school going, well, why do those girls talk to me? I don't understand. Here's why. Because those dudes were so confident, so, not even confident, but they're so comfortable with who they were, they didn't give a shit. They didn't feel like they needed to lift weights or better themselves or improve themselves. They were just, listen closely, they were comfortable, which means her body felt comfortable around him because that's what he was giving off. Most guys are up in their forehead and talking fast and being tough, and I'm the tough guy, and I make $800,000 a year, and I've got a Porsche and a Ferrari, and I've got a Bugatti. Dude, guys, that scares women away. But I tell you what it does do. It impresses the crap out of guys. You want to get the girls? Start slowing down. Here's one tip that I'm going to give you right now. Go get a metronome, one of those things that go tick, tock, it goes back and forth. And don't get the electric computer digital kind. Get the one where it has the actual thing that swings back and forth on tick, tock. You can get them at a music store, guitar store, any place that sells music. They'll have one of those, or you can just order one online. Here's what you want to set it at. You want to set it at 60 beats per minute. Now here's why. Because your mother's heartbeat when you were in the womb is at 1 beat per second, 60 beats per minute. When you begin to talk that way, when your heart begins to beat that way, it makes a woman feel very, very comfortable around you. She's going to want to literally lean up against you and lay her head on you, because it's the most comfortable place that we were was in the mother's womb. When we came out into this world, there's all these noises and bang, 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 and all kinds of screaming and yelling and just constant. She's looking for a man who's literally the calm beneath the storm. I'm going to end it with this right here. Right now, because men have been rebelling, we have literally stopped dating for about 4+ years, and it's increased to a point over the last 2 years. Women are desperate. They are desperate for sex. They're desperate for attention. They're desperate for love. If you are not picking up on women like this, you're doing something wrong. Right now has been the easiest time in the history, and since I was born in the late 60s, to easily meet women, seduce women, and pick up on women. You should be dating beautiful women right now. I don't care if you're the beast. Remember, it's all about beauty and the beast. Your looks don't matter, but the auditory system does, and you have to learn how to do that. And once again, because of all these groups like Red Pill and men going MGTOW and going your own way, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, women right now are so freaking desperate, and I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just being serious. They are just like, what's going on here? Guys, if you're not picking up on women right now under these circumstances, you need help. Buy my book, Crack the Female Code, right now, and then take my course, Crack the Female Code. Hey, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.